I'm Rachel.
I'm Julia.
Where we live in faith every day.
This is Life.
Welcome to Life.
Hey guys! Alrighty, so, in our last video, we talked about like a lot of Disney themed stuff. Okay, so I got another one for you. Ohana means family. Family means no one gets left behind. Where is that from?
Nobody.
Lilo
And Stitch.
Woohoo! Okay.
It's actually one of my favorite movies, and I just like the meaning behind like family and like no one gets left behind, and like it's just this like heartwarming, And I'm thinking, okay, there's like all little quotes from different Disney, and that's the quote for Lilo and Stitch. Why don't we see that in the church today?
Oh my gosh. I've started to notice that in the real world, like in the world, there's like common sense. Like you wouldn't do that to someone that you care about. Why would you hit someone? Or like, why would you do this? And that's your family, or like that's your mom, that's your whatever, right? As soon as God gets involved, and as soon as the Bible gets involved, all of a sudden that common sense just disappears. It's like, oh, but the Bible says this. Oh, but we're not supposed to do this. Or, oh, blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like, yeah, but if you apply it into the real world, it makes complete sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, just like the whole Disney thing, right? It's like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. Just keep swimming, just keep swimming. Or like, like Ohana means family and no one gets left behind. But that's exactly what God is all about. No one gets left behind. We're all family. Like,
it's so sad that the worldly things showed us more than like the people in like the
church,
Christian environment.
Yeah, find love through something that crazy, because that's the only thing that maybe they're surrounding themselves with, and God is still trying to reach them. And he will find a way to reach them, just like Satan tries to like infiltrate everything that's going on with us.
Yeah, so I feel like, usually the first step is to connect them with something, right?
Like family. God is all about family. God wants to love everybody.
Why did
considers
he
us
let us
family.
Reproduce? Why did he say multiply? Because he wants us to have a family, wants us to experience that love.
Yeah.
Because the only way we're gonna experience love is if we have that like the intimacy, between each other. And that's what family is all about. But family is about love, right? And we're God's people, we're all family members, but yet we attack each other even though because we're in different families.
Yeah, you're not my family. How dare you treat my child this way? How dare you
that's
treat
so
my...
sad, because honestly, like even my like parents will be like, no, you can't trust anyone but us because we're family. And that's so true, because like they're your family, you're blood related, you're so close.
Right.
But
because you're blood related.
Right, but spiritually we should be able to trust each other and be there for each other and help each other grow spiritually.
Yeah.
But it's kind of sad because nowadays it's more, okay, we're a family, they're a family, like it's important that like, and it's true. It's true. I mean, I'm sure there's like those few people that are very trustworthy and very like loving and stuff, but it's true overall, you have nothing but family. Other people can betray you so fast. And honestly, we shouldn't be like that, because we're all brothers and sisters.
We're all children of God.
All children of God.
God even says that. You're my children. You're my sons and you're my daughters, right? And then that's why he's so sad even if he misses one person. Even if he misses or he can't save one person. He's trying really hard to like protect us and take care of us and like try to save us.
Right.
From eternal damnation, But then, like, we don't do that with each other. And it's really sad, because at the end, when we go to heaven, we're all going to be one family. There's not going to be, like, the Chun family and the Bei family. There's none of that, right?
We're one family.
We're all one family. And yet, in the Christian world, how come there's this, like, oh, you're not God's people, I am God's people kind of thing?
And judging other people, like if you're in the church, honestly, I don't think like people in the church are any better than the people out of the church.
I think they're worse.
Yeah, you can't. You can't. Honestly, I've met some really good people that aren't in the church that are still like, okay, they're making bad choices, and there are people that go to church making relatively good choices, right? Like good choices as in going to church, like going to Bible study, but that doesn't make you a better person.
No.
Because honestly, like person have a personality, and that can be good or bad.
Yep.
And unfortunately, I met more good people, like personality-wise, that make bad choices than
People who are trying to be perfect.
perfect.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of sad. And you know, those choices can be changed, but your attitude, your like who you are, that takes a lot of time because that's who you are.
Family won't betray you, right? But then because they're family, if they betray you, it hurts more.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? And so it's not like, oh, you know, because we're family, we're not going to betray each other or anything like that. It's like, it might be relatively safer than non-family because you'll be more willing to like take care, like blood is thicker than, you know, water kind of thing. And I get that. Like I do, you know? But then if we really, really think about it in like the bigger picture, we're all family.
Oh yeah. Rachel and I always like say this. We're like, okay, we're not trying to judge them. We're trying to like talk about it and rant a little bit.
And understand.
Them because we're trying to be in their shoes. And also we're like expressing our like feelings to each other, right? Mm-hmm. But then like at the same time, they're like, you know, when it comes to judging, it's like literally making them feel like they're nobody.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're like, you know, you treat them like a slave or like non-existent human being.
Yeah.
And you know, they're human. They have feelings. So why
they're
would
gonna mess up?
If you wouldn't do it to your own family, you shouldn't do it
to anybody else.
Yeah, and they're also you're God's child. Well, there's God's child as well.
Like, who are you to treat them any different?
Right.
You know?
You start to understand more of God's unconditional love because with family, usually, I know it's hard sometimes, but usually there's still that unconditional love.
But unfortunately, the only way that you're going to do that is if you yourself understand what unconditional love is first. You come first. I know that might sound selfish, but in reality, it's not.
You can't help the ill when you're ill.
Yourself.
You can't pull someone up when you're still trying to get up.
Yourself. If you don't understand how to love an enemy, then that means you don't understand what unconditional love is.
But again, I think an easy way or like a better way to think of it is, you know, treat them like you would treat a loved one, you know? And there you go. It's a step closer, you know? I know it's hard, but if you think of it that way, I think it'd be a little bit easier, you know? Because then you don't have all that hatred. You don't have all that, like that, those negative feelings towards them. And yeah.
Even enemies, right? They're doing it for a reason. It's because they are hurt themselves, right? And so instead, learning to kind of pity them, right? Not like, oh, you know, you're such pity. No. It's more of like, it's because they've never experienced love. It's because they've never experienced acceptance. It's because they never was validated for who they are. You know, those kind of things. That's why they are acting the way they are, you know? And if you think about it that way, then you're just like, whoa, okay, they're just a broken person.
So, what does it have to do with self and like other people? Well, you're part of the family. They're part of the family. Ohana means family, and family means no one gets left behind. So let's try to not leave anyone behind. Let's try to get all your brothers and sisters on board with Jesus. I feel like I'm doing a commercial.
Yes, you did. Let's say you're the one that got left behind, right? There's a Korean song, right? It's an OST actually. And I love the song, you probably know it. It's called Reset. Like if you listen to the rap part, it makes so much sense.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, you're getting like in the second stanza or second rap, it's talking about like how you are being left behind. It's be like, please someone, anyone, turn around and see where I am. Or slow down, right? It's like, it's too hard for me to catch up. So can someone please turn around and look at me, right? And see where I am and take care of me, right? It's like, no one's getting left behind. People are getting left behind and we don't even realize it.
Yeah, because we're just, you know, again, it's really good to focus on yourself, but there's that balance. If you focus too much on yourself, you know, you're gonna realize later on at the end of the road, you've lost someone. And honestly, let's say the end of the road is when Jesus comes, right? And you kind of look around, you're like, where's this person? Well, they've been asking for help or they've tried to reach out to you, but you left them behind because you were so focused on getting there by yourself.
And unfortunate, and this is I think the most unfortunate part, is that they don't even realize what they're doing.
Yeah.
It's a lifestyle, guys.
It is. It's a
It's
lifestyle.
really a lifestyle. And so even though you're in the world and you're like doing what the world is doing, you still can find God in the most unexpected places.
Maybe you don't even know that you're actually being the character of God, leading, living that lifestyle. Maybe you don't even know, you're just living life. Anyways, so if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed already, please hit that subscribe button. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, you know what to do. Leave them below.
Or email us.
And
if you want to be notified for videos like this, hit the bell. And until next time,
bye guys.